Hello and welcome to Alumni Stadium in Braintree, Massachusetts on Friday, October 1st for SportView's award-winning production of Holliston Panther Football 2021. It's found only on HCAT TV. Tonight the Panthers face the Braintree Wamps of the Bay State League. My name is Tom Emmons and alongside is my co-host, the legend, Jay Wyman. Jay, Holliston's coming off a tough loss and Braintree coming off their first win. What do you expect to see from the Panthers against the Wamps tonight?
Well, the preseason, before the league starts, Holliston loves to play a tough schedule. Coach Kiley loves to do that. Here we are down here in Braintree again, Division One team, and as you said, they beat Framingham last week, I believe, something like 28-0. But what I've seen with Holliston is they're starting to come around a little bit. Even though they lost last week, they seem to offensively and defensively. I saw improvement that I saw even over the Medway game. And if we keep seeing that, if they can keep doing that, at some point, if they can take that one big leap, they're going to be in good shape. So let's see if tonight is the night that we get that.
Looks like they're getting ready for the national anthem. Holliston in their 73-7 formation. Okay, captain's out for the coin toss. Number 72, Brendan Ibbotson. Number 74, Patrick Griffin. Number 10, Chris Del Ponte. And number 70, Robert Payne. Holliston comes into this game with a record of 1-2. Their head coach is Todd Kiley in his 19th season with the Panthers. His record, 152 wins against 49 losses. The Braintree is also 1-2. They're a Division I team in the Bay State League. Their head coach is Brian Chamberlain in his 11th season with the Wamps. His record is 46-60. Some ceremony here for Braintree. They're holding up a commemorative number 28 jersey. Very, very solemn occasion. Don't really know what the circumstances are. But they've asked for a moment of silence, and the whole Braintree team has gone to pay their respects.
Braintree will receive.
So Holliston will be kicking off to Braintree. Still waiting for the national anthem. Looks like there's going to be some delay here. We'll be back with the opening kickoff just after the national anthem. And now Carlos Canto with Los's pregame lowdown.
Thanks, Tom. You know, I like to highlight a difference maker on the Panthers football team whenever I can. This week, junior receiver Brady Sweeney, he's had a really good start to the season. He's got 13 catches for 234 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's good for 18 yards a catch. So he has definitely been one of those key difference makers on that Panthers offense. And he will be someone that this Braintree team will have to account for anytime he's on the field. The temperature and weather for tonight's game, about 59 degrees, partly cloudy. It is a little bit cooler tonight, starting to feel like fall, but just a beautiful night for football.
Thank you, Los. Holliston's going to have their hands full on this kickoff.
Yeah, we've seen some film of Braintree, Tom, and they've returned a few kickoffs, and they got some speed back there.
Number 23, Mario Francois Johnson. He's got a touchdown. He's got a kickoff return for a touchdown. And number 3, captain Cam Garrity, has an 80-yard kickoff for a touchdown.
And look where they're standing because they know what Nick can do as a kicker.
And he pops it up, bounces down at the 35-yard line. So a short return covered by the Panthers.
Well, that kick was in respect to those 2 returners back there, and Coach Kiley and the coaches, they seen the game films, and they know that these kids are fast, they're good, and quite honestly, Tom, Braintree doesn't have a real lot of stats. They haven't so far put up a lot of statistics offensively, but they have had those really good kickoff returns.
Braintree is led by their junior quarterback, James Tellier, 6'5". He's thrown 11 completions, 19 catches, 19 attempts, 212 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And they hand off on first down and covered by the Panthers.
Jumping a little ahead, aren't you, to Sunday night, the Patriots?
I'm excited about that.
Nice tackle by Holliston, and the last few games, this defense has gotten aggressive, and they've really come to play. And they have a lot of athletes. We talked to Coach Athey about this. They have a lot of athletes, and it's not effort. Both coaches told us it's not lack of effort. It's experience. And every game, these kids are getting a little better, a little more experience. And when they get that experience, they have the confidence to really attack.
2nd down and 10 for the Wamps. Hand off to number 43, Ryan Brooks. Ryan Brooks rushed 10 times for 36 yards against Framingham, a 28-0 win last Saturday by Braintree. Tellier had a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown for the Wamps.
Unfortunately, Holliston has lost a couple guys on defense. Of course, the captain, Chris Del Ponte, in the middle there. But Robert Collier, the junior, has come up, and he's really playing very well, Tom.
Don't forget about number 44, C.J. Pacheco, too, doing the job for Holliston. 3rd down and 9 after just a gain of 1 there. Collier hands it off to Brooks. Short gain, but it looks like that's going to bring up 4th down for the Wamps. Good stand by the Panther defense.
Let's see what the Wamps decide here. They are on the other side of the 50, so
4th down and 5 for Braintree. Number 14, Kualima, dropping back for Holliston to receive the kick.
You hold that. Thank you.
Looks like Tellier's also the punter.
So you got to be careful for fakes.
Or being drawn offside. Tellier's kick is high.
Pick it up.
Collier and Lima scramble, and it looks like it's going to be waved as Braintree ball.
Yeah, Holliston fumbled the ball, and the Braintree player was right there. One of the gunners, I think it was. I don't think it was the center. He was right there, and he fell right on the ball. So off the bat, they're putting this Holliston defense in a little bind here.
1st and 10 for Braintree, just outside the red zone at the 21.
Those are the types of things you got to clean up, Tom. Next week we start into the league, and you got to be very careful of turnovers and penalties.
Tellier with Brooks behind him. Hand off to Brooks, and he is stopped for no gain.
And it's interesting because, they got the big quarterback. He looks like he has a good arm. I mean, the stuff I've seen, he's a decent passer. He can throw the ball. I'm not sure why they run the first 4 plays here.
Front 4 for the Panthers, number 54, Pierce Alachi, number 74, Patrick Griffin, number 57, Jack Littlejohn, and number 70, Robert Collier. Robert Payne.
Pierce Alachi had a great game last week.
Second down and 10 for the Wamps. There's the fake. Talia looks downfield. Incomplete. Intended for number 23, I think.
Now, what Holliston's got to be careful with here is I'm pretty sure for Braintree that they're in 4-down territory. So you can't play this like a regular third down. You're going to have to come in and attack.
They do have a field goal this season. But I think they want to be closer to the 10-yard line.
I would think so.
So third down and 10 for Braintree.
No.
Fake to Francois Johnson and complete to number 83
Now they did.
for a touchdown.
Well, he got
Nice
out.
catch and run by Kevin McGurn.
McGurn got out in the open, and he was all by himself. The ball was put right in his hands, and he was able to turn it into a touchdown. So, looks like about 8:29 or so left to go in the first quarter. Braintree scores. They set up for the extra point. You know, it's not just a turnover, too. It's a turnover, and the turnover resulting in a short field. And, you know, sometimes you can get by with a turnover here or there, but you can't give up turnovers with a short field.
Braintree lines up for the extra point. Kick is low
Not even close.
and no good. So with 8:29 to go in the first quarter, Braintree's first on the board, 6-0.
But they left an opening for Holliston, so let's see if they can take advantage of it here. That was a good job by that defense, especially against the run. Holliston did a very, very nice job against the run.
For McGurn, that was the second touchdown catch of the season. He had 2 catches for 30 yards and a touchdown against Framingham.
So Holliston takes the field for the kick return. Olsen back deep. This is an interesting setup. They only have one man deep tonight. Usually Dennison is back there with him.
Maybe they're concerned about another pooch kick. Holliston with a kickoff return for a touchdown. Andrew Dennison had a 90-yarder against Medway. There's a low kick going to the second level. Oh, nice job by Holliston. Gets it all the way out to the 46. That was Devin Harding. So that's a good scouting report. Quick return by the Holliston Panthers.
Yeah, nice job and nice setup there by the special teams. So let's see how Holliston opens up here. It looks like they're going to go right into the spread. And tonight I'm going to kind of watch and see how aggressive Coach Kiley gets with his offense. If he kind of opens it up a little bit more.
Triple receivers to Kiley's left. Hand off to Harding, straight up the middle, and he's got a nice gain. That'll bring up second down and short for Holliston.
Well, you talked about this line. This offensive line it's Alachi and Grant Hopper and of course the 3 captains, Ibbotson and
Payne and Griffin.
And Payne, and they're good. And when they're on their game, they're a very, very strong offensive line.
Second down and 3 for Holliston. TJ Kiley fires it out to Lima. Nice catch, stays in bounds. He's tackled at the 40-yard line, across the 40 to the 35.
That's good to see. That's what I was talking about Coach Kiley. He does have the really good running back. I mean, Harding is really, really good, and he does a nice job running behind that line.
Harding's 34 rushes for 134 yards and a pair of touchdowns.
But he's going to have a lot more room if they can open it up a little bit with the passing game. And you see they've opened up that defense really, really deep now.
First and 10, handoff to number 3. Harding turns the corner before he's tackled.
And it looks like what the defense is set up to do is not to get beat deep. And they don't just run like with, the old cover two. They really have 3 or 4 guys back there, very, very deep. In their defensive line, it looks like they only have 3, maybe a fourth will come up into the line. But the spacing on that defense is going to give that offensive line some good angles for blocking.
Gain of 8, 2nd and 2 for Holliston. Kiley looks to his right, again to Lima. Up the right sideline. Number 14's inside the 5. Or down near the 5. Nice catch and run by number 14.
And for some reason, Tom, this Wamps defense is giving Holliston a tremendous amount of room back there. I mean, they give them a lot of room, and when the receivers go out, they even back up even further. So if they're gonna give TJ that kind of room, he and his receivers are gonna have a really fun time tonight.
1st and goal from the 6. Kiley hands it off to Harding. Harding drives inside the 5.
He looks like, what, about the 3 or the 4 yard line, maybe?
It's kind of tough to tell from this angle.
Yeah, the 3 yard line.
Yeah, they've got it marked at the 3. Again, trips to Kiley's left. Go to Harding, blasts up the middle, and we got a flag.
It's going to come back.
Looks like they're backing up Holliston.
So holding against the Panthers.
Yeah.
That'll make it 2nd and goal from the 13.
Now, what this does do, though, is gives you a lot more opening in that passing game. It almost looked like Harding scored on that too. I don't know. He was
I didn't see the hands go up.
Well, I think the flag came right out first, and that's the thing. But if he didn't score, he was very close to scoring.
I think the front 7's doing the job.
Clock running.
Kiley with the handoff to Harding, and he is caught from behind by Ryan Brooks, number 43.
So this will be 3rd and long. 4 down territory, obviously. So for Holliston. Now, this is where you can do some kind of a sweep reverse or something like that, because if they fake the ball to Harding, it's going to open up a lot, because these guys they're buying into that now.
Right. Well, Gentile and Sweeney have both been touchdown catchers for the Panthers in this area. Kiley back to pass. Looks right, looks left. Fires it to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Fourth and goal from the 15. And they're bringing out the kicking unit.
Oh, this is interesting.
Well, we know what a strong leg Nick Cotting has.
And remember that Braintree missed their kick, so this would cut the lead in half if he can make this. This is a long kick.
He spotted it at the 24.
Beautiful kick. Beautiful kick.
Missed it.
Just
is no good.
But boy, did it get up there. It certainly had the length.
So Panthers will turn it over on downs to Braintree.
Yeah, and see, and right now the story of this game is, of course, the fumble that led to the Braintree touchdown and the penalty that got Holliston out of scoring position.
4:01 to go in the first quarter.
Thank you, Los. Los has a better angle on the scoreboard than we do.
He doesn't have an oak tree in his way.
Or a pine tree. All right, 1st and 10 for the Wamps at their own 20. Tellier with Brooks behind him. Number 25 in motion. That's who gets the carry. And he's got a first down for Braintree. That was Jimmy Lee, number 25.
Nice job by blocking on the right side of that Braintree offensive line.
Set. 0.
Yep. Ball's out to the 36.
That front seven of Holliston is going to have to tonight contain the run, which up until that play they've done very, very well. But they're also going to have to put some pressure on the quarterback.
First and 10 for the Wamps. Tellier sends a ball out to number 3, caught by Garrity, and he scampers forward for another first down.
Well, Holliston's kind of playing a little bit the same way Braintree is, as far as I'm respecting the speed of Braintree. Holliston's playing off them quite a bit, which leaves a big opening.
Garrity, one of Tellier's favorite targets, 115 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. First and 10 from the Panther 48. Handoff to Lee. He picks up a couple of yards.
One of the things so far that Holliston's been able to do is keep the play inside and not letting anybody get to the outside.
Rest of the Panther defense, number 23, Nick Cotting. Number 1, Miguel De Jesus. Number 9, Joey Gentile. Number 27, Derek D'Angelo. 2nd down and 6 for Braintree. Tellier fakes the handoff, takes a shot, almost picked off that time by Gentile. And that was a Lachi in there, number 54, came rushing in on Tellier.
Well, Pierce Lachi, as I said earlier on, he had a really, really great game, both offensively and defensively last week. And he can put some pressure on Collier, too. Robert Collier was back there, too. So good to see those two getting back and putting some pressure on the quarterback.
Alachi is 3rd on the team with 10 tackles and a fumble recovery. Cooper Olson is 1st with 14 tackles, and C.J. Pacheco is 2nd with 12. Third down and 6 for the Wamps. Inside handoff to Mario Francois Johnson, and he is all the way to the 25-yard line on that counter play.
The play was set up very nicely by Braintree.
So they've got a 1st and 10 at the 25. Knock it on the red zone again. Handoff to number 32 as senior Steve Luongo.
Holliston's doing, as I said earlier, a really good job of turning that play in. They're not allowing it to get to the outside where they can get tremendous amount of yardage, but they're turning up. But the linebackers, the safety, if somebody's got to come up a little bit closer to make that tackle. it seems to me that they're almost playing a little bit too far off the line in that defensive backfield, but those guys know a lot more than I do about it.
2nd down and 4 for Braintree. Hand off to Brooks up the middle. He tries to spin off a block, picks up a couple. It's going to bring up 3rd down and short.
Well, it's going to give him a 1st down.
Oh, they're going to move the chains.
So 1st and 10 at the 15.
About 50 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Thanks, Los. This is where you got to attack. I really feel you got to attack. And, you know, you don't have as much to cover back there in the defensive backfield. You got to come up. You got to play these receivers tighter and put some pressure on that quarterback.
Tell you with the handoff to Brooks. Brooks is forward for 5 yards. Second down and 5.
Might be the last play of the first quarter.
That'll be the end of the first quarter. Braintree 6, Holliston nothing. We'll be back with the second quarter action in just a moment. Okay, ready to start the second quarter. It's going to be 2nd down and
about 2.
2nd down and 2 from the 5. Hand off to Brooks. Tries the left side this time. Short gain, 3rd down, and let's see if they really didn't move.
No, he might have picked up maybe a yard, half yard.
Right.
Good job there by the Holliston defense that time, closing in and making the tackle.
Well, somebody's got to make a play on this defense right now.
Yeah, you got to. Someone's got to get out there and really give it to the guys. Say, come on, guys, let's go. Let's really do something here. Because from what I can see, they're not in a situation where they're that much outmanned.
Tell you, inside handoff to Johnson. Johnson tries to turn it up. Fights near the goal line. He might have enough for a 1st down. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 2.
You got to dig in here, Tom. You got to dig in, and you got to really come in and attack.
Well, Braintree showing multiple weapons. Tellier to Brooks.
Looks like he's short.
Just short of the goal line. 2nd down.
Yeah, nice job by Holliston coming in now and get them stopping him at the line. And now you figure, okay, what their pattern has been right now so far, they've tried to go up the middle, and now they're going to try and come outside a little bit. Either that or maybe a pass. But I don't think they're going to try that middle again.
Tellier this time under center, looking for the tap and go. And he does go forward.
And he's in.
And he's in for the touchdown.
Yeah, I guess he was close enough to just go forward.
So with 9:47 to go in the second quarter, Braintree's on the board again.
Holliston needs a spark, Tom. They need some kind of something to wake him up. Hopefully maybe like a kick return or a long pass for a touchdown or a sack or something to kind of pick them up a little bit here and get them going, because I honestly don't think they're outclassed against this team.
They had some success. They had a good kickoff return. They drove the ball probably 50, 60 yards. They got in the red zone. Here's the extra point attempt from Braintree is up and good. So the Wamps are ahead of the Panthers 13-0. We'll see if Holliston can answer that score.
Yeah, and the coaches are down there trying to get the kids excited, pumping them up. And
well, if it hadn't been for that penalty, Jay, they would have had first and goal inside the 5.
Well, if it hadn't been for the fumble, it would only might be 7-7 right now too. So it's the two mistakes that made the difference in this game so far. But they're not quite at the point as a team. Sometimes those teams in the past, where they're putting up 35, 40, 45 points a game, you can make a couple mistakes here and there and make up for it. Right now, they're not quite there yet with this team. They're still young. They're still learning. They do have the line and the those captains in the line who can help them. The line does a nice job, but they're not at the point yet where they can give away anything. They've really got to protect the ball, and they've got to play good, solid offense and defense without any penalties.
Cooper Olsen back deep for Holliston. Little chip kick.
Let it go.
Bounces at the 30.
Let it go out. Nicely
goes out
done.
of bounds and draws a flag.
Nice job.
Boy, that's a hair-raising moment to stay. It's one
What
thing
do
to
you
watch
do?
a bunt when it comes up the line to see if it'll go foul. It's another one to watch the ball going out of bounds.
So Holliston,
I think they're going to move them back 5 and have them re-kick.
Well, the way the kick return, the special teams in Holliston this year, I think have been very good, to be honest with you. The kickoff returns. It was a one long kickoff return in Childs over there in Medway, but
Holliston
caught him and stopped him at the 5, and they didn't score.
And 3 and out.
Yep.
Went for a field goal, didn't get it.
Hans team comes out now for Holliston. They got their backs all out there. Now this is where he'll try and boom it, probably. Let's see. Maybe not.
So they put the ball on the 35-yard line. All the way back, taken at the 20.
Oh,
and that's
nice.
by Andrew Dennison, and he gets it up to the 45-yard line. So another great return.
Yep.
I think they started at the 45 last time.
Getting a couple of those whomps on his back and carrying him about 4 or 5 yards downfield. Dennison is good. He's really good, and they know it, and people are going to kick it away from him. Now on the other side with Olsen has been really, really good too. And Holliston looks like they're going to go to war.
So they line up for war. Number 12, Nick Larch, in a quarterback. Olsen in motion. They hand it to him. And he gets hit at the line. Maybe he got back to the 45. Well, this actually a loss on the play of 1. 2nd and 11. Well, this definitely is a formation that lets you go mano a mano here. Try and find out your matchups.
Yeah, and now you look at that defense. Look where that defense is right now. You can throw the ball anywhere you want right now.
Hand off to Olsen, right side. Oh, and he's tackled. A nice open field tackle for no gain.
They are absolutely daring you to throw. They're bringing everybody down. There's at least 8, if not 9 men in the box right now.
So 3rd down and 11 for Holliston.
They put the spread offense back in.
Three receivers to TJ's left. Short drop, steps up, fires across the middle, caught by number 86, Owen McCarron, and a Holliston first down at the 35-yard line of Braintree.
You know, Owen McCarron, I really would like to see them use him more. We saw him, you know, in the summer. We saw him play. He has good hands. He's a good blocker out there. He's got good hands. And, you know, those quarterbacks, especially the inexperienced one, although TJ is now getting a little bit more experience. But when you're inexperienced, it's great to have those tight ends there, especially when you have the speed that can stretch that defense a little bit.
So they mark the ball at the 36-yard line. First down for Holliston. And up to Harding. Big hole. Number 3. Tackled by Garrity, but looks like he's close to moving the chains.
Well, I've been begging for a play to kind of get Holliston going a little bit, and looks like that McCarron catches something that did it, and now Holliston comes to the line quickly.
2nd and 2. Hand off to number 3, and that's front 7 is really giving a good push up front, and they've got a first down. Braintree has a drone zooming overhead, which is really disconcerting.
I know it. It's like traffic lights, green and red up there.
1st and 10, inside the 25. Kiley back to pass, fires, incomplete. Intended for Sweeney.
Yeah, but I like that. I like that. Throw the ball on first down sometimes and, you know, make them think. Don't let them get too comfortable back there as a defense. You know, if a defense can just react, they're going to play very well. But if they have to stop and think a little bit, that's when an offense can beat them.
2nd and 10 for the Panthers.
You know, you do have a couple of big playmakers down there, Sweeney and Gentile. Might want to try and get the ball in their hands.
Fake to Harding. TJ rolls out, looks to the end zone, touchdown!
Sweeney.
Brady Sweeney!
Tom, I want to tell you, TJ, we watch a lot of stuff he does and this and that. Right there, I think that was the best fake I've seen him make all year. That was a beautiful fake. Everybody brought into it. And then Sweeney, the playmaker, gets out there, and he made the catch. Nicely done by Holliston. Carding's going to line up for the extra point. It's good.
Nice job. Snap by Collier. The hold by Larch, and Carding with the kick.
And that McCarron catch, that pass by TJ to McCarron.
That was clutch
really,
on 3rd down.
It was big 3rd down, and it got them going. And this, finally, you can see them now. They're getting pumped. They're getting excited. This is what you want to see from your football team. Football, is such an emotional game. It really is. When you get going, and sometimes you just feel a little flat, and nothing can happen, and no matter what anybody does, there's a penalty, there's a whatever. But then you get that play, and that wakes you up. And then the other thing that I really liked that Coach Kiley did there was that he automatically went to the hurry up offense, and that because once you get that first play and you're excited,
change the tempo.
Yeah, and don't let them not get excited. Keep them excited and keep going after it. So nicely done, and that's a nice play by TJ, looking for someone who's really developed into, I believe, his favorite target right now is Brady Sweeney.
At 6:29, the score is Braintree 13, Holliston 7, and Kiley and Sweeney have hooked up 4 times for touchdown passes. That's the 5th touchdown pass of Kiley's season.
And we'll see if this carries over to the special teams and then carries over again to the defense. But it's nice to see that energy back in the team in white out here tonight.
Refs aren't in position.
Yeah.
Gonna do it again. See where Cotting puts the ball. He pops it up high.
That's going to go out.
It bounces in front of Garrity. He's got to get on it quickly, and he does. Boy, Harding and Cooper Olson were almost ready to take the ball away at the 30.
That was a beautiful kick. Very well executed. Holliston got down there, held their lanes, and got in there, and no return. So now, Tom, now you got to come. Now, defense is where you can play. You can just let your athleticism take over and come in and play tough. Let's see if Holliston can do that here.
6:29 to go in the first half.
So Holliston's defense is going to try to pick up a little energy off of that offense. Make a stand here against Braintree. First and 10 for Braintree. Tellier fires out to his right, caught by Garrity, and he's forward for a first down. The ball's at the Wamps 41-yard line. Tellier to Brooks.
There you go.
Holliston
nice
with a nice stop after a short gain.
Tell you, he looks like he has all the physical attributes of a big, strong, tall quarterback. Passes the ball pretty well. Haven't really seen him open up yet, really go deep. I'm guessing he can because he looks like he certainly can.
Second down and 8. Usually it's been, from what I've seen in the highlights, it's usually the short passes
and
the run after catch.
Yeah,
he's got some speed in Garrity and Johnson. So if he can get them the ball in the open field, they'll go. Second down and 8 for the Wamps. Hand off to Brooks, or 32. That was Luongo.
I didn't see a flag. Okay, good. There was no flag on that. I was wondering if they were going to throw a flag on Holliston for being drawn off sides.
Third down and 5 for the Wamps.
Now here we are, closing in, a little bit longer to go here to halftime. This is a big third down for field position. If Holliston can hold them here and keep it, fourth and semi-long, so they'll get the ball back.
Hand off to double reverse to 23.
They got him.
And they caught Johnson on the comeback.
Yeah, well, went to the well once too often on that one. And the other thing I wanted to tell you about with that right there, the defensive backs were right up on those receivers. Right up on the receivers. Nicely done by the Holliston coaching staff.
Fourth down and 4, it looks like. Just a gain of 1. And the Wamps go to the sidelines. I assume they're going to send out their punt team. They didn't call timeout. The Panther coaches are punt.
Why isn't the clock running?
The clock wasn't running, and the Wamps went to the sidelines.
Well, if Holliston gets this punt, if they do punt it, and if it's not a fake and Holliston gets it, it's going to give them a little more time to run.
Lima goes back to receive the punt for Holliston.
Be very careful here. Very careful.
Tellier's kick. Angles for the right sideline. And a roll inside the 20 all the way to the 10. And Holliston will be backed up 1st and 10.
It almost looked like he did that on purpose, and if he did, that's a wonderful kick.
Yeah, but he was lucky it rolled back in.
He did get a good roll.
Looked like he was just going to try to get it inside the 20.
Okay, plenty of time here for Holliston to take the ball and march downfield, drive downfield.
3:01 left in the first half.
Now that offense has got to be feeling good about themselves. They got to come out. The defense did their job. They held the Wamps.
Holliston's also going to get the ball to start the second half.
Exactly. So you come down now and score and get that extra point, and you're going to take a lead into halftime, and you're going to get the ball back.
Lima split to the right, Sweeney to the left. Handoff to Gentile after faking it to Harding.
Nice job.
Looks number 9 with a nice gain. First run we've seen out of him. Let's see where they mark the ball.
So you got those 3 guys, Harding and Sweeney and of course Gentile. They're all potentially big plays anytime they get their hands on the ball.
Only a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8 for Holliston. TJ fires it. Complete. Nice catch there along the sidelines by number 14. And a flag.
Yeah, and that's going to be against Braintree, I believe. And if it is, that's going to be 15 more yards. Let's see what happens here.
That's the 3rd catch by Lima this game. .223 left in the first half. Holliston driving out of their own end. They haven't moved the ball yet.
I'm talking to the coach over there.
They haven't marked the catch or the penalty. Looks like the catch would have been a first down.
Well, Braintree's definitely backing up, so it's definitely going in Holliston's way.
So the catch was out to the 25, which was a first down.
Now, remember what we talked about earlier on when Holliston had that big penalty down in the red zone. This is another big penalty against Braintree, and this is one you got to take advantage of.
So ball comes all the way out to the 38. So a completion to the 23, and then 15 yards for the personal foul.
Just lost power.
First and 10 for the Panthers. Hand up to Harding up the middle, number 3. Almost out to midfield, close to another first down.
Well, that's how to do it. That's what you got to do is keep driving the ball now.
I think the
driving
headsets
down
are
the field.
off. There we
Clock
go.
is running. 2:07 left to go in the first half.
And it is a first down for the Panthers, moving quickly.
Now we're good. Yeah, now we're good.
Hand up to Harding. Goes to the left side, finds some room.
Nice. Very nice.
Dives forward to the 42-yard line.
And what that does is that gives you a 2nd and short, and now that opens up the whole playbook for Coach Kiley because you've got 3 chances to make this first down here.
Harding lost his shoe.
Clock continues to run. 1:44, 1:43 left in the first half.
And Holliston's going to have to call timeout with 1 minute and 36 seconds left in the first half. All right, 2nd down and 8 for the Panthers.
95 seconds to go in this half. And Holliston, I bet, is going to come out with a nice play right here.
Kiley drops back, goes for the quarterback draw, and he's got the first down as he steps out of bounds to stop the clock.
Well, two things there. He got the first down and very wisely stepped out of bounds, stopping that clock, saving a timeout.
That'll move the chains to the 38 of Braintree.
You're going to need at least one or two more decent-sized chunks of yardage here.
1:28 left in the first half. Three receivers to Kiley's left. TJ with a short drop. Rolls right. Lets it go. Looking for Harding. Oh,
nice idea,
incomplete.
though. Nice idea. That was a real kind of tough pass. He put it where the only one that could catch it would be Harding, but it was just a little bit high. But that's a nice idea. And you're seeing now, again, as we saw, as said earlier in the game, you're seeing the growth now, the experience. As TJ picks up more experience, he's getting a little bit better at doing some of the things that you don't see necessarily a lot of times in the stats, but giving his receivers an opportunity to catch the ball, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm. 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Gentile and Sweeney to the left. Lima and McCarron to the right. Kiley rolls right, rolls up the sidelines and out of bounds, picks up another couple of yards before he stops the clock with 1:10 to go.
And he did it again. He did an excellent job of, he had a rusher come in on him, defender come in on him, and he made a little juke step, got around him, got downfield, so he has a 3rd and short, and then got out of bounds to stop the clock.
Picked up 6 yards, 3rd and 4.
Nicely done by TJ.
Now they bring 3 receivers, Lima, Sweeney, and Gentile to the left. Handoff to Harding up the middle, and he is caught right away.
Yeah.
So Holliston's going to call a timeout for 4th down, and we'll be back in a moment. So 4th down and 3. 1:03 left in the first half. Big play for the Panthers.
This is a really big play. And, it's close enough on 4th down here where the running game is not taken out of the picture. So Holliston has the opportunity to use whatever's in this playbook.
Kiley, short drop, fires, complete to Lima. His 4th catch of the day, and another Panther first down. That'll stop the clock while they move the chains.
Yeah, and you mentioned during the timeout, Tom, that they're playing off of Lima, and they really are. And they're playing off of Lima, and they're also playing deep. So across the middle, you can bring McCarron, your tight end, across the middle too, if you want.
Kiley with a fake handoff, rolls out. He's being chased, fires it, complete. Incomplete, just intended for McCarron. I guess it just hit the ground in front of him. Almost made a great catch.
Yeah.
That stops the clock with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
That's a tough throw. You're right-handed batter, I was going to say, right-handed quarterback, and you're coming across to your left. And sometimes you can do that. And actually, honestly, TJ has been pretty good at doing that. But this time his body was just kind of turned a little bit differently so that he couldn't get enough lift on the ball to get it out, to get it to McCarron. But two things there. He got away from from the pass rush, and McCarron was open.
So 2nd down and 10, 33 seconds left on the clock in the first half. And the ball's at the 24-yard line of Braintree.
Yeah, looks like
and Braintree takes a timeout with 33 seconds. We'll be right back. So ball's on the 24. 33 seconds left in the first half. Yeah. 2nd down and 10.
And this is where you want to use that spacing, because you do have some spacing back there. If you're going to throw a pass, it's on these next 2 or 3 downs that you want to do that. As you get closer and closer in, it's less coverage for those pass defenders.
Kiley, short drop, fires, incomplete, intended for Sweeney.
Well,
shaken up.
He's shaken up on the play.
Yeah, I think he just did maybe a little scratch on his right arm. He's good.
Only 3 ticks coming off the clock there. 30 seconds left in the first half.
So now it's
third down and 10.
Yeah, you got to make some yardage here, Tom. You can't give yourself a fourth and 10. So you got to, whatever you do, you can do a mid-yardage thing. You can go deep, whatever it is, you got to make some yardage here. You got to give yourself a chance to score within these next 30 seconds.
Kiley, short drop, sets up the screen to Harding. And he is hit right away. Short gain. That's going to bring up 4th down.
There was one defender for Braintree that really read that well, because they put on a full blitz and right into the screen pass, and it was almost a perfect call for that blitz.
Timeout Holliston with 16 seconds to go. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. So 4th down, ball's on the 4th and 9, ball's on the 23, 16 ticks to go.
They've been coming. Braintree's been blitzing, Tom. I wonder if they're going to blitz or if they're going to show the blitz and back out of it to try and mess Holliston up a little bit here.
Holliston's converted 1 4th down already tonight. They're 1 for 1.
Kiley, short drop, looks downfield, fires, over the middle, Lima with the catch! And he's down inside the 5-yard line.
But 7 seconds left, so they got to spike this.
It bounces right back up. They count it as 5 seconds to go. So Holliston will have 2nd and goal. I haven't even moved the clock. I'm not sure what yard line it's on.
It looks about
three?
At the 3, maybe?
The 2, says Carlos.
We have a giant oak in our way.
We do. Now, if it was really the fall, we'd be able to see the scoreboard from here. So the timeout on the field with 5 seconds to go in the first half. We'll be right back. Ball is on the 2-yard line. 2nd down and goal. 5 seconds to go in the first half.
The strong side with the tight end is to Kiley's right.
Looks like Braintree's stacking the box. They're waiting for the referee's whistle. They got it. Kiley with Harding behind him. Fake to Harding. Wide open is number 11. Touchdown, Panthers!
Well, the playmaker does it again, Sweeney. But a nice job and a great call by Holliston. And now the opportunity for the Nick Carding's extra point to take the lead and get the ball back at the beginning of the second half. What a great turnaround here from Holliston, and it all came off of that one McCarron play. The pitch and catch from Kiley to McCarron opened up everything and got this ball club right back into it and give an opportunity to get the lead with this kick.
Number 23 lines up for the extra point. Nick Cotting's kick is strong and good. So the teams head into the locker room with the Holliston Panthers taking a 14-13 lead. A touchdown pass from TJ Kiley to Brady Sweeney with no time left. And we'll be back with second half action in just a moment. All right, now Carlos with the halftime lowdown.
Thanks, Tom. The score at halftime, the Holliston Panthers with a 1-point lead over the Wamps of Braintree, 14-13. Very competitive first half from both teams. Panthers leading overall in yardage, 180 yards to 130 yards for Braintree. 10 first downs for the Panthers, 7 first downs for the Wamps. 122 yards passing, 58 yards rushing for Holliston, 49 yards passing, 81 yards rushing for Braintree. For Holliston, quarterback TJ Kiley is 9 of 14 for 122 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. A very efficient first half for TJ. And leading rusher for the Panthers is Devin Harding. He's got almost 50 yards in the first half. He's got 48 on 9 carries. That's good for 5.3 yards a carry. The leading receiver for the Panthers is Kawa Lima. 75 yards on 5 catches. That's good for 15 yards a catch. And then Brady Sweeney continuing his stellar season receiving the ball. He has 25 yards on 2 catches, but both of those catches were for touchdowns. For the Braintree Wamps, quarterback James Tellier is 3 of 5 for 49 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. They have been really spreading the ball around their running backs. Ryan Brooks has 20 yards. Mario Franciosa Johnson has 26 yards. James Lee has 25 yards. And then Kevin McGurn is their leading receiver. Cameron Garrity is their leading receiver. He's got 27 yards. Kevin McGurn has 22 yards, but he does have a touchdown. I should also note that James Tellier has a rushing touchdown as well in the first half. Defensively for the Holliston Panthers, C.J. Pacheco, Cooper Olson, Derek, D'Angelo, all checking in with 3 recorded tackles. Jack Littlejohn has a tackle for loss. And then Pierce Alachi continuing a great season on the defensive side of the ball. He's got 2 tackles and a quarterback hurry. And Joey Gentile's got 2 big pass breakups in the first half. For more stats and information on the Holliston Panthers, you can follow us on Twitter at HCatFootball, and that's the lowdown.
Thank you, Los. Your first half scoring summary: a pair of Braintree touchdowns put them ahead early on in the first half, and then second score by Tellier from 1 yard out made it 13-0 with 9:47 to go in the half. And the Panthers made the most of that as they took that kickoff right after the Tellier touchdown, and they scored with 6:29 to go. Kiley to Sweeney from 22 yards out, and then with no time left on the clock, Kiley with the fake, Sweeney open from 2 yards out, and the 2 clicked again for the second time tonight, completing a 90-yard drive that they started with just 3 minutes left on the clock.
Well, Tom, the first 15 minutes, we talked about this a little bit. Frankly, Holliston seemed a little listless. They didn't look too good and this and that. And then they came out in war and tried a couple plays in war, and that didn't work out. And then all of a sudden, TJ on a 3rd and long hits McCarron down the middle. And after that, it's been all Holliston all day for the last 9 minutes of that first half. And they've done a good job. And I got to tell you, I give a lot of credit to T.J. Kiley for his running, his very smart decision-making of getting out of bounds to stop the clock, and also to his dad for a really nice call on that with 5 seconds left in the half.
That faked Harding
It was great. And T.J. has been faking extremely well several times in this game, and that's really helped his receivers quite a bit.
And Holliston's ready to receive the second half kickoff. So they're going to their offense is going to get the ball again. Now again, these two teams have been going back and forth on these short kicks, short but high. Let's see what they do here. And it's going to come down to Dennison. He boxes it around. Cooper Olson gets it, but he is brought down just short of the 30-yard line. So they kick it high enough that they're their coverage team can get down there and
Yep.
be there at the point of attack.
Yeah, and you know, if you feel a little under pressure down there when they kick that high, you can always call a fair catch and catch the ball on a kickoff.
Right, but the kickers have been very successful in placing it
Yeah.
just over somebody's head, just in front of somebody's feet. Holliston's done it too.
Yeah. So here we go again with the Holliston offense out in the field in the spread formation.
The ball's at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Kyler with the handoff to Harding. He hits the left side for a couple of yards.
Harding has done a nice job tonight. You know, Carlos had mentioned he got 50, 51 yards, something like that. And you know, there's been several times where he's just been just one block away from really breaking some big plays.
2nd down and 7 for the Panthers. Kiley fires out to his right, intended for Sweeney. Bringing up 3rd down.
Right now, what's happening wherever Sweeney is there's a lot of overreaction to Sweeney. If Kiley has time to fake short to Sweeney and let him go, Sweeney's going to be uncovered deep.
Panthers are 1 for 4 on 3rd down tonight.
Thanks, Los.
Big 3rd down here for Holliston. Keep this drive going. Get some field position.
3rd and 7 for Holliston. Braintree shows blitz. Kiley, short drop. Fires it deep. Sweeney's got a step, but incomplete.
Yeah, that was the play. Gave that little shoulder fake. And just overthrew Sweeney just by a little bit. But that's there. What that's going to do is that's going to push that defense further back, open up more holes for Harding.
So Holliston out to punt for the first time tonight. Codding's 14 punts this season have a 33-yard average, as long as 53 yards. This kick is high and towards the sideline. It hits at the 43. Oh, and Braintree, Garrity tries to pick it up on a hop, but he's tackled right away. That's a dangerous play by the Wamps number 3.
Yeah, it is, and Holliston right there. You know, they were kind of lucky too, because if he picked that up on the full run, he had a wide open space there. So Holliston did a good job closing it off and not letting him get outside and get away.
So the ball will be at the Braintree 37.
So now it's up to your offense, and you got to keep staying aggressive, just like you did at the end of the first half.
Tellier with the handoff to Luongo, and he hits the left side for a gain of 2.
They do like working. They're just off tackle, don't they? They seem to do a lot right in there. They don't try, it doesn't seem, unless Holliston is really doing a superior job of keeping them contained. They don't seem to try to get outside.
Gave him a 3-yard pickup on that. 2nd down and 7. Tellier drops, throws it out to Garrity. 1st down for the Wamps. He's pushed out of bounds. Little short drop and quick throw to number 3.
Well, again, Holliston, you know, is playing a little bit off him, so that gives him the opportunity to make the cut and turn and the ball's pretty much there when he makes his turn, waiting for him. So
the Wamps move into Panther territory at the Holliston 49. 1st and 10. Hand off to Brooks. Tries the left side for a couple of yards. Picked up 2.
right now it's a
big crowd here at Braintree.
Huge
Perfect
crowd.
night for football.
Right now, Tom, I think both these front lines are playing each other pretty even. You know, I don't think there's anyone really, you know, taking over the other one.
2nd down and 8 for the Wamps. Hand off to Brooks, or Luongo this time. He goes forward close to a 1st down. And they are going to wave it on. So 1st down for Braintree at the Holliston 39. Tillier runs in with the play.
This looks like a pass play to me. Took quite a while to tell them what they're doing. Let's see.
Okay. Tillier with the drop and throws. Complete. To McGurn, number 83. Across the middle. So just like you said, Jay, it took him a long time to tell the play, and that's what it was. It was a pass.
You know, we talked about this, Tom. You had brought up the point that Tillier doesn't really throw deep much at all, I guess. I don't know. I'm really kind of surprised.
I've only seen him work the short field on the big plays that he's made. I haven't seen him complete any deep balls.
Now, he does have speed to the outside, so if he gets it in their hands and let them use their speed to get out, I mean, maybe that's what they want to do.
1st and 10 for Braintree to Luongo. Open field tackled by Cotting, and the ball got loose.
Is he dropping? Did he drop the bag? Did he drop the? No, I guess they call it 2nd down. I thought he came out and dropped the bean bag there, which would denote a fumble. But.
So loss on the play. 2nd and 12 for Braintree.
Come up, play tight on those receivers, and send one of your linebackers in.
Handoff to Johnson on the jet play. He evades a Panther, and he's in for a touchdown. So a 24-yard touchdown by Mario Francois Johnson.
And, you know, Holliston really played that right on the line. They came in, they contained him, they made him cut inside, but he has a lot of speed. We talked about this on the ride down, and you were saying that, what did you say, he runs like a 4.3 or 4.4? 4.4. So he's got a lot of speed. I guess they're going to go for 1. I thought they'd go for 2 here. But.
So the Wamps take the lead, 19-14. Kick is up.
No good.
And no good. So the Wamps take the lead, but only by 5 points.
Yeah,
So Holliston had the advantage of getting the second half kickoff, but Braintree stood tall and got the ball back on the punt. Drove the field. That's the third touchdown of the season for Mario Francois Johnson.
And now, as we're going back and forth, you're kind of watching the scores. It gets deeper into this ball game. And the situation's working out pretty well for Holliston. If they can answer here with a touchdown and an extra point, they're going to be in pretty good shape. This is a perfect time for Holliston to take a ball and have a nice deep return.
Pops it up. Sahagan's going to take it. Tries to work the right sideline. Kevin Sahagan, number 15.
Great field position for Holliston.
So they're across the 40.
I guess it's pretty amazing that both these teams kick it away. Now I know Holliston. It looks like the Braintree kicker on his made extra point looks like he could really boom the ball. We know Nick Carding can really boom the ball, but each team's showing a lot of respect for the other team's kick returners.
So it's the ball at the Panther 41. Kiley looks right, fires to Lima. He is brought down close to midfield.
Lima's having a good game. He's 2 or 3 big passes away from getting 100 yards receiving. And,
Kiley and Lima have definitely been clicking this game.
With Lima, you're throwing Lima and McCarron with Gentile and Sweeney, and you got a lot of good players there.
6 catches for 75 yards for Lima.
Second down and 3. Hand off to Harding. Harding got a first down. Close to the 45 of Braintree. They're going to mark it at the 46. But Holliston will move the chains.
Nice job again by that front 6. When I say that, I'm including McCarron, the tight end.
Triple receivers to the right side of the formation. Kiley goes there. Catch by Lima. They got a flag. Flag thrown into that pile. Let's see what the call is.
They're pointing to Holliston.
Going to back up the Panthers.
Might be one of those, maybe those block in the back things.
10-yard penalty. Didn't see the call. First down and 20 for Holliston.
I like this fact of coming out and drawing quick passes to the left, quick passes to the right. Draw that defense in.
Kiley to Sweeney. He's got about 3 yards.
It's a nice play by Braintree right there, because if that guy doesn't make the tackle, Sweeney's got a lot of room out here to run. He would have probably had a good shot at getting the first down. The other thing that could have come out of that too is Holliston had a back coming out. I think it was a back. Maybe it was Lima coming out around here. And you know what that is? Our favorite play. The old hook and ladder.
Right. Second down and 16 for Holliston. Kiley steps back, push from the pocket, fires incomplete, intended for Gentile.
Yeah, that's another one of those. Same thing that happened last time when he threw a similar pass. TJ coming to his left, his body wasn't quite turned all the way. He was trying to run. He was in his defense. He was trying to just get away and survive and get the ball downfield. So he didn't really have a good throwing position there to get the ball down there.
3rd down and 16 for the Panthers.
Now, it's going to be interesting to see how Braintree plays this. Are they going to play back to prevent, or are they going to come up and put the pressure on TJ? It looks like they want to come up and put some pressure on him. Now they back up a little.
Short drop, steps up in the pocket, gets Lima on the crossing pattern. He's got a 1st down across the 35. What a great strike. That was a laser beam to number 14.
Nicely done by both of them. And once again, Lima, as I said, he's now closing in on 100 yards tonight receiving.
That was an 18-yard strike, so he had 75 before this.
And you start getting these weapons, you're developing these weapons. It's taken a while because these kids are all new back there. They're all inexperienced. But now you get these kids, you get 4 or 5 different weapons, and now the game's a lot different.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. There's the handoff to Harding. He's to the left side, tries to turn the corner. Somebody got a shoulder pad. That was McGurk. McGurn who grabbed his shoulder pad.
Once again, Tom, they are really just one block away from him breaking it, getting around that corner. What maybe they can do next week if they run a similar play there with Harding is keep one of those receivers deep and have them come back and make that block.
2nd and 8 from the Braintree 31. Can you see how much time?
Clock is running. 2:31 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Pretty fast 3rd quarter. At least it seems that way.
Short drop. Another completion of Lima. He's hit right away by Johnson and tossed down.
That's a nice tackle right there.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 8. Panthers in 4-down territory for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was kind of thinking the same thing. They really do have to make some yardage here, though, because if they don't make any yardage here, they're in 4-down territory. And then if they don't make any on 4th down, that shortens that field a little bit.
But if they do.
And that's what you got to do. You have to have the confidence in yourself. And one thing we know about Coach Kiley, he has confidence in his offense.
3 receivers to Kiley's left. Kiley steps up, fires a bullet, intercepted by Garrity. And number 3 is returning the ball past Alachi. All the way down for a touchdown. I don't see the call. The referee's trailing the play.
I think he might be short. He did reach out and no, they're giving it to him. Touchdown, looks like.
No, short.
Touchdown, Wamps. A 90-yard interception return by number 3, Cam Garrity.
Oh, no, I guess 1st and goal. It's not a touchdown.
Okay, certainly a game changer. 1st and goal from the 1. I think Garrity left the referees in the dust on that one. What a change.
Yeah, what a change of events, and it's really too bad because Holliston was moving. They had a great opportunity, and in fact, the interception itself, it was a nice interception because he cut right in front of the receiver. I thought the receiver might be Sweeney, but I don't know. But it looked at, but it was one of those where it wasn't one where TJ just threw the ball into someone's hands. He was going to hit his receiver, but the D-back made a really nice move and got the interception.
Tellier drops the ball. Tried to hand it to Brooks at the last second. I guess he did, and he was pushed back. Second down and goal for the Wamps.
Clock is running. It's going to be probably inside of 30 seconds in the third quarter when this play is snapped.
Tellier under center. He goes forward on the quarterback sneak.
Touchdown.
And he's in for the touchdown. So with 4 seconds left in the third quarter, Braintree's on the board again.
Well, that's really too bad. You know, we talked a little bit earlier in the game, the intros, how I really felt that Holliston has been improving every game. They're doing a little better. I see a little more. I see, and in this situation too, I saw them growing and getting better offensively, getting better defensively, and you know, it's really just been the 2 turnovers and 1 penalty that Holliston had early on in the first quarter that took down in the red zone that took them out of a scoring position. Wampum's going for 2 here.
Tellier with the empty backfield. Hands it to Johnson on the jet play, and he dances into the end zone for 2 points.
But to continue that thought, I continue to see improvement, both offensively and defensively. Just these 2 or 3 plays has really made the difference in this ball game, Tom. Really, other than that, Holliston has either played with or played better than Braintree.
Well, Holliston has to answer that with a big play of their own right now, because with 4 seconds left in the third quarter, it's 27-14.
Yeah, by this kick, if it's a regular kickoff return, we'll be going into the fourth quarter with the first down for Holliston.
Well, certainly Holliston has the firepower to score a quick touchdown and
yeah, they can now and
get it back up on the Wamps.
And now what Holliston has to do is like those, you know, those closers in baseball. When you have a bad game, you got to put it behind you and just say, okay, there's nothing I can do about that now. I'm putting that behind me. Let's get back up. Let's pick up where we were, and let's keep moving the ball downfield. And as you said, they certainly had the capability to come out and score quickly. So they're still in this ball game. A lot of time left.
Short kick taken by McCarron. He just, big number 86, just reached up and downed it at the 46-yard line.
Yeah.
So Holliston with good field position. Still 3 seconds to go. So they're going to be able to run a play here right at the end of the third quarter.
And to put an offense who's behind by a couple scores here, to put an offense in that position in the field is, I don't know why they keep doing that, you know. But they did, and it's good for Holliston. So see if Holliston can get out there and score kind of quickly here. You don't want to be impatient. You don't want to do anything really, you know, ridiculous. But you know, you want to score kind of quickly.
Well, you got enough time right now. Got a whole quarter worth of football still to play.
I mean, they did this in the first half, so they have an opportunity to do it here in the second too.
Handoff is to Cooper Olson on the end around. He's got a first down as we end up the third quarter. Braintree 27, Holliston 14. We'll be back with fourth quarter action in just a moment. All right, we're starting the fourth quarter. Panthers first and 10 from the Braintree 41. Kylie to Harding. Lots of room on that right side.
Yeah, that's that blocking.
Big push.
That's that blocking. You know, he gets that blocking, and I talked about this in other games. If you watch him run, he's a very patient runner. He waits for those holes to develop when he's running right up the line. Those holes develop, and then he has the speed and the capability to hit the holes quickly and pick up 4, 5, 6, 7 yards. Going up the middle.
Second down and 3. Handoff to Olson on the turnaround.
Oh,
the ball pops out, though, and it's Braintree ball. So Holliston seemed to have a little momentum going there, but it didn't last long. Going to have to lean on their defense to come up with a big play here.
Yeah, what you have to understand now is that there's still plenty of time.
There is.
If you can get this ball back and not let them drive and not let them score, get the ball back and get downfield quickly, you're right back in this ball game again. So by saying that, the reason I say that is that you can't, as a defense, you can't go out there and say, oh, that's it. It's not. I mean, you still have the opportunity to come back. And this is where a young team has to really learn a lot. This is a great learning experience. If they can come out and hold this ball club and put their offense back on the field, it'll be a big help for Holliston.
Tillier with a handoff to Lee. Hard runner. Gain of 6 or 7.
Guys, difference in this game has been turnovers. 3 turnovers for the Panthers, none for Braintree tonight.
Well, that's what you got to give the Wamps credit for, playing mistake-free football.
Yeah. And with Holliston, you come out and you say we can't keep losing the turnover battle. We can't do that. We're not that kind of team. No team is that kind of team, but we're really not that kind of team that can really make up for it quickly.
Second down and 3 for the Wamps.
Not yet, anyway. Yep, procedure, it looks like, against Braintree.
That'll back Braintree up a couple of yards.
Okay, so they have a penalty here, right?
I think that's just the second penalty against Braintree.
Tom, what you have to do is take advantage of this penalty. You have to make the stop here, put them into fourth down, get the two stops. Put him into fourth down and get the ball back. You've got to take advantage of these penalties. If you're not getting the turnovers, but you're getting the penalties, you've got to take advantage of whatever you can in this game.
So second down and 7. Oh, they
Start.
got motion
Whoa,
again.
there's motion again. Yeah.
There's the flag. A
You
little
know-
delayed. We saw it.
They, Braintree. There's a couple times tonight when I thought the quarterback was moving when the back was moving too. A couple of times. Now they let the quarterback move a little bit. They don't normally do anything about that. But if the back is moving at the same time, you're going to get called for it.
That's going to back them up. 2nd down and 12.
Now this is where again I would like to see you get very aggressive defensively with their receivers. Get up on their receivers. Don't let them make those little breaks and get those quick passes.
Hand off to Brooks. He's piled up after a short gain. 3rd down and long
Nice
for
job.
Braintree.
Nice job right there. And now your defense. Now you got to come up. You got to make this stop.
3rd and 10 for the Wamps. Tellier with the handoff and then the inside to Francois. And he is off to the races. Finally tackled from behind by Sweeney, but not before a big gain. So 3rd and 10 turns into a red zone opportunity for the Wamps.
Yeah, well, they had them where they wanted them, Tom. They really did. They had a situation with 3rd and long. If you could have stopped them, they would have had to punt the ball.
They did last time they ran that inside handoff to Johnson, but not that time. So the ball's on the 13, 1st and 10.
Clock's rolling here. 7:51 left to go in this ball game.
Tellier handoff to Luongo. He's tackled right away. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Down to 7:21. Clock running.
Yeah, you see here I wonder if the Wamps will run the ball a couple more times, or if they will try and put the ball in the air and get a score here.
Well, the quarterback sneak's been their touchdown play. There's the handoff to Brooks. Tries to fight his way down inside the 5.
Yeah, the line opened up there for him, but the linebackers came up with the safeties. I didn't know which one came. One of them came up there and made the tackle. They closed it and closed that hole up. Nice job for basically no gain.
Looked like Joey Gentile.
Nice tackle by number 9. So 3rd down and 10 from the 12. And
there's
the
a
referees
penalty
are
here.
walking it backwards.
This is interesting.
I didn't see the flag.
I didn't either. Unless it was after the play.
They're walking that one way back. So with 6:36 left in the game, it'll be 2nd down and, well, not essentially goal.
It's 3rd down.
Oh, it's 3rd
So
down.
it must have been after the play. I wonder.
It was after a dead ball foul from the 24.
You wonder. I just guessing here, but they're really looking for taunting penalties this year. So maybe it was something like that.
Ball's on the 24, 3rd down. Handoff to Brooks.
Oh, great
and
job.
nice tackle right away by
Cutting.
That Nick Cotting right in the middle
yeah,
there.
Nick Cotting coming in from
They
the safety
moved him
spot.
up to the line. He did a great job with an open field tackle. So that brings up 4th down and essentially goal to go from the 26. So big plays by the Panthers. They took advantage of the penalties.
You know, Braintree's letting the clock run, and as they probably should. But if Holliston can stop them here and score quickly, Holliston, I believe, still has all their timeouts. But you got the first thing you do is stop them here, and it looks like they're maybe going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Braintree. With 5:31 to go in the game. We'll be back in a moment. So 5:31 to go in the game. 4th down and essentially goal to go for the Braintree Wamps. See what play Coach Chamberlain has dialed up. Short drop by Tellier, puts it up top. Knocked down by the Panthers smartly. Good job by Brady Sweeney, and the Panthers will take over at the 24.
That kind of showed me something that maybe that's why he doesn't throw the ball downfield. I thought he'd be able to have a little more on the ball than that, and it's kind of like a wounded duck. And as a matter of fact, I don't know if that was knocked down on purpose or not, but if it was, that was a very smart play to get the ball way up here instead of having the ball down there.
So that'll put the Panther offense back on the field with some time to work with.
So you got the opportunity again, Tom. Now let's see what Holliston can do.
Two receivers to both sides of the formation. Kylie rolls right, looks downfield. Nice completion at the 40-yard line to McCarron.
Well, that's what spurred him on in the first half. Let's see if he can do it here.
That's a 1st down for the Panthers. Stops the clock with 5:11 to go while they move the chains. Kylie fires it to Lima. Steps out of bounds after picking up 6 or 7.
That's a nice job here. Come right downfield. Don't use any time.
First down plays and sideline plays make the clock move slow. 2nd down and 4 for Holliston. Kylie goes left. Fires. Complete to Gentile, and he's out of bounds inside Wamp territory for another Panther 1st down.
That's a nice play because what was happening is the Wamps were lined up just a hair over to this side looking for another down and out and out of bounds play, and Holliston gave it to him, but they gave it to him on the other side of the field.
Moves the Panthers down to the 37-yard line. Clock is stopped with 4:56 to go.
You got to score here without using any timeouts and use your timeouts on defense.
Kiley looks left, fires to Sweeney. Sweeney steps inside. And we got a whistle stopping the clock. So the clock is stopped with 4:37 to go.
There's a flag.
Not sure.
There's a flag?
Yeah. And it looks like it's against Holliston.
Stepping it off against the Panthers. Coach Kiley out there to ask the question, what happened? I don't think he gets much of an explanation.
No, he doesn't seem too happy about the explanation that he got.
Well, it's a spot foul, so it'll be 1st and 15. The net will be loss of 5, but it'll still be first down.
So what you got to do is come right back and do what you were doing before. Get the ball, catch the ball, and get out of bounds. Or go deep.
They switched defensive backs and put Johnson on Lima because he's been their hot receiver. Kiley steps up in the pocket, fires complete to Lima, hit by Johnson. Boy, he's a hard hitter.
He
Number
is
23.
Oh.
And Lima is in some discomfort. So we'll take a timeout while the player is down.
Okay, Carlos just told us Lima now has 104 yards receiving. Really nice night. Nice breakout night for him.
2nd and 7, 4:02 left to go in the game. Kiley, short drop, dances around, fires, complete. He's looking for McCarron and another Panther first down.
But he didn't get out of bounds, and now
That was a first down, so the clock stops with
Right.
3:54 while they move the chains.
Holliston's ready to go.
They're inside the 30 to the 24. And we got a whistle
Timeout.
as Braintree takes the timeout with 3:54. We'll be right back. All right, 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. 3:42 to go in the game. Panthers on a nice drive, but running out of time.
They got to finish. They got to finish quickly.
Kylie, short drop, sets up the screen to Harding. Cuts it back inside. Nice move by number 3, and he's inside the 10-yard line. Down to the 5. Clock stops while they move the chains.
What a beautiful cut.
Boy, was that a nice move we saw. 1st and goal from the 3.
Nice call, too, to keep those linemen on their toes.
Kylie, flush from the pocket. Going to try to step out of bounds. Stops the clock with 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go. The ball was on the 8-yard line. Sorry, I thought it was down inside the 5, down inside the 10. So it's to the 8, 2nd and goal from the 8.
Well, this is that territory where DJ really loves to throw the ball to Sweeney.
Sweeney just hopped out, twisted an ankle. Dennison's in. Handoff to Harding up the middle. Number 3 scores for the touchdown, Panthers. So that front 7 does the job from 8 yards out.
That was a nice drive. Nice drive coming downfield and conserving time. That's one of those drives, you know, that they practice all the time, those 2-minute drives. And they needed that. They needed to score quickly and preserve their timeouts for when they go on defense. So they're still in this ball game.
Collier's kick looks good, and it is.
Yeah, Cotting.
Cotting's kick is good. So Braintree's lead is cut down to 6, 27-21. Devin Harding's 3rd touchdown of the season put the Panthers on the board again.
Okay, so now let's see how Holliston plays this, because you do have your timeouts, so you can put your defense back out there. You don't have to do an onside kick, but, you know, that's always an option.
No, 3:05 to go in the game. This is where your defense needs to stand up tall, a couple of timeouts, get the ball back. So it's not desperation time. Well, the Panthers answered the call right there, taking the ball down the field with 6 minutes to go they had.
Oh, no. It was inside
5 minutes, 5.5 minutes. They drove from their own 24-yard line.
This
so
is
about a 75-yard drive.
Look at this setup that Braintree has. That's interesting. You can slip a ball down in there.
And I don't think they're going to go for the onside.
No,
kick.
I don't either. And I think you can slip a ball right behind that second line off to the side and maybe give yourself a chance to get the ball.
If it's mishandled or whatever. Now Cotting put it on the tee sideways. Just scooted across and was dropped on by the Wamps. You hope it bounces off a leg or something like that.
That watermelon kick there that they put down.
Right.
All right, so here we go. It's all up to your defense now. You got to stop them. You got to take your timeouts, and you got to get that ball back.
Braintree on their own 41, 1st and 10. But 3 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock, and we understand the Panthers should have their full complement of timeouts.
This is where, when that ball runner, when the runner has the ball, one guy has to grab him, hold him, and tackle him, and the other guy's got to go and try and strip the ball from him.
Collier with the handoff to Johnson. And he breaks away. He does not go down. He popped out the outside and scores a touchdown for the Wamps.
Well,
wow, what a turnaround right there. It looked like he was caught for a short gain.
Yeah, I thought he was too.
So a 60-yard touchdown by Francois Johnson.
I mean, the only silver lining to this cloud is that it was quick and you get the ball right back, but puts a lot of pressure on that offense.
Couldn't see what happened. It was on the far side of the field.
Yeah, I thought they had him. But
there was a big pile.
He just came out of that pile and he was gone.
Kick is up and good. So with 2 minutes and 51 seconds to go, it's 34-21. Braintree in the lead.
Yeah, that's kind of a gut punch for not just a young team, but any team when you fight and claw and scratch all night long and put yourself in a position where you make 2 or 3 tackles and call the timeout and you get the ball back and have another shot at it. And
they had really done
happens.
Everything correctly.
Yeah.
Looked like they were well on their way to using their timeouts effectively.
Yeah, I thought when I saw the scrum kind of happen there, I thought, okay, a couple yards, that's all right, call a timeout.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I saw him break out of the back.
And he was gone.
All right.
Olsen back to receive the kick for Holliston. But they've been coming to the upbacks around the 35. That kick bounces off some feet. Nice job covering that up. That was McCarron with the quick hands after turning around. Holliston's got good field position, but not much time.
Well,
2 minutes and 48 seconds to go. Ball is on the 38.
Playing my role of Captain Obvious here, you got to score quickly, and then you got to have an onside kick, and that's your only chance here.
Kiley steps up in the pocket, fires to the outside, knocked away, almost picked off.
It's interesting. Braintree is right back in their regular defense. They're not back there playing a prevent. I like that. I don't like when you have an opportunity like this you've been doing something successfully all night long, and then you go back on a prevent, and then somebody gets a ball and they take off, and they're not doing that. They're staying in their base defense.
Right. Second down and 10 for the Panthers.
Good to see Lima back in.
I got a whistle before the snap.
Offsides. Braintree?
It looks like they They did call it on Braintree. So 5 yards without the clock starting.
Yeah, they must have lined up outside. I didn't see anybody come across.
No.
Well, we'll take the 5 yards. Anything we can get.
2nd down and 5 for Holliston. Kylie looks right to Lima.
Great catch.
Nice reaching catch and a 1st down.
What a nice catch. Boy, oh boy, he's good.
That stops the clock while they move the chains. Holliston into Braintree territory again. Kylie steps up, scampers out of bounds, stops the clock, picks up a few yards. Not sure if they were trying to set up a screen right there.
I don't think so. I think what happened was he wanted to go over to the left-hand side, and he looked, and it looked like there was pretty good coverage over there. So wisely, he pulled the ball down and took off and got out of bounds, made some yardage, and stopped the clock.
So 2nd and 6 with 2:20 to go. Kylie rolls left.
Oh, gosh.
Uh-oh, dropped the ball.
Lost the ball. And I think that's recovered by Braintree.
And it is recovered by Braintree. You know, Tom,
It's hard rolling to your left
It
and
is.
then trying to throw back if you're a right-handed passer or vice versa.
I talked about this a little earlier, and these guys are coming. They're coming. They're getting a little bit better.
They are. There's so many bright spots tonight.
And they've played some really good competition too. I mean, it's not like some of these other teams go out and play cupcakes. They don't do this. They come out and play really tough competition.
Division I team
Yep.
in the Bay State League.
Yep. So
Impossible years ago.
Yep.
But a reality here tonight. Tellier, handoff to Johnson. Big pile.
But you see, I said this the same thing. Holliston takes a timeout. So
Timeout,
take a
Panthers with 2:01 to go, so we'll take a timeout. All right, two minutes and 1 second to go. 2nd down and 3.
Kind of continue the thing we were talking about a little bit earlier before the break. That you do see a lot of bright spots and a lot of things, and you see kids all of a sudden this week it's Lima who came out and did the good job.
What a great possession receiver he was tonight. There's a nice hit for no gain by the Panthers. They're trying to wrestle the ball away. Cooper Olson. Oh, another timeout on the field. We'll be right back. All right. 1 minute and 52 seconds to go. 3rd down and 3 now. Tellier under center. Hands off to Brooks. He didn't get the first down as he's pushed back by the Panthers. Alachi in there first. Or was that was Pacheco. That's going to bring out 4th down and 3. And we've got a timeout, Holliston. So we'll take a quick break. One minute and 46 seconds. 4th down and 1 for the Wamps.
Let's see how the Wamps play this one. You're just going to take a knee. You're going to try and get the first down. Probably try and get.
Well, if they take a knee, then they give the ball to the Panthers. If they try to go for it, Tellier's under center. He's going to go on the quarterback sneak.
Yeah,
and he
down.
moves forward. Ball is loose. Alachi thinks he's got it, and he's going to go for a touchdown. They think they blew it dead too soon.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't even touching the ground yet. He was on top of bodies, but a first down is called by the referees. And we've got a timeout, Holliston, so we'll take a quick break.
No. It's going.
Well, what? Okay. Short break. We got 1 minute and 4 seconds to go.
Yeah, they're going to get the victory formation here. Take a knee.
Well, it was a hard-fought night by the Panthers. Couple of beautiful touchdown strikes from T.J. Kiley to Brad Sweeney, and a nice touchdown finished drive by Devin Harding. So, you know, you talked about it, Kualima, with a couple of nice catches tonight.
Yeah.
A lot of nice catches, a handful of nice catches.
There's a lot of good stuff. And you know, the trend that I kind of see happening here is Holliston seems to have played pretty well in the first half of these ball games. It's near the end of the games that they kind of peter out a little bit. But I like the way they play. I like the play calling. Next week they have Ashland. They open up the season, the regular league season, and Ashland is going to be a worthy opponent. They've been out there and they've been playing some really good football. So Holliston's got to be ready. But again, Holliston has played this schedule, Tom, that has included, in fact, even the Larrissy Bowl game with Franklin, who right now is the number 4 team in the state, I think.
Right.
So they've played some really tough competition. Of course, they beat Medway, and Medway's is having a pretty good year. So we'll see what this does. I mean, I said in the beginning that Coach Kiley will not play cupcakes. He wants to come in and sharpen his iron with iron, and that's what's happened this year.
And now Los with the final lowdown.
Thanks, Tom. The final score from Alumni Stadium in Braintree. The Wamps come away with this one by a score of 34-21 over Holliston. Very close on the stat sheet from these two teams. 323 total yards of offense for Braintree, 331 yards of offense for the Panthers. 14 first downs for Braintree, 18 for Holliston. It's going to be 75 yards passing, 248 yards rushing for Braintree. They got most of their offense on the ground running the ball. Holliston, on the other hand, 229 yards passing, 102 yards rushing. So kind of the inverse for Holliston. They did most of their damage through the air. The difference in this game, however, were the turnovers. 3 lost turnovers for the Panthers, none for Braintree, and that really was the difference. Penalties also an issue for both of these teams. 3 for 25 yards for Holliston, 6 penalties for 47 yards for the Wamps of Braintree. Holliston quarterback T.J. Kiley was 19 of 30 for 229 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. The leading rusher for the Panthers was Devin Hardy. He had 75 yards on 14 carries. That's good for 5.4 yards per carry. He also had a touchdown run in this game. But the breakout player of the game on the Panthers was Kawalima. 123 yards receiving on 10 catches. That's good for 12.3 yards a catch. Just a phenomenal game catching the ball for Kawa. Other receivers for the Panthers, Owen McCarron had 44 yards on 3 catches. And then Brady Sweeney, 28 yards on 3 catches. 2 of those catches were touchdown receptions. For Braintree, quarterback James Tellier was 5 of 8 for 75 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. But Mario Franciosa Johnson getting it done on the ground, 165 yards rushing the football. That's 7 carries, good for 23.6 yards a carry. He had 2 big touchdown runs in this game. James Tellier, the quarterback, also with 2 quarterback sneaks of his own for touchdown runs. And then their leading receiver tonight was Kevin McGurn. He had 37 yards and a touchdown. Defensively for the Panthers, the leading tacklers were C.J. Pacheco and Nick Cotting. They had 5 recorded tackles apiece. Nick Cotting with 2 tackles for loss in this game. Jack Littlejohn also with a tackle for loss to go along with his 4 tackles. Then we had some big defensive plays in this game. 2 big pass breakups from Joey Gentile, another pass breakup from Brady Sweeney, and then Pierce Alachi checking in with a quarterback hurry in this game as well. For more stats and information on the Holliston Panthers, you can follow us on Twitter at HCatFootball, and that's the lowdown.
Thanks, Los. Great job. Also want to thank Bruce Guilfoyle on the big camera tonight for Lisa, filling in for Lisa, and Christian Boudet doing his magic on his computer that instead of Bruce doing it on his.
Keeping us live on YouTube.
Keeping us live. Want to thank everybody. Nice job, Tom. We'll see you all next week at Holliston against Ashland. And good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.